there. Welcome to New Game, Who Dis? The show where we find a game that's new, or at least new to us, and careen through the fog of all these new rules and mechanics and story and whatever else we mess up, and generally end up in some kind of fiasco. See what I did there?
I love it.
Yeah, so it's like it's thematically relevant.
Yeah.
How
Anyway.
so? I don't understand.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't
Skid,
get
I'm
it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, Skid, maybe one day when you're older, I'll explain it to you. And
All right, you won't have much more chances than this. But
that's a joke about death, because this is a fun, happy place.
I don't know how much older I'll get.
Yeah, it is common for Skid to not get puns.
That's
one
true.
of his
This is
things.
not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
It's not one of those
Honestly, Skid, I
things
think
that
this might
register with
be,
me.
like, in all honesty, that might be the first time you ever not gotten a joke. It's just not plausible.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, anyway, I'm Matthew Capodicasa, and I'm back again to lead this valiant group of ne'er-do-wells through one of these new games, and I guess I didn't mess it up too badly last time because I've been invited back, and yes, we are here tonight to play Fiasco.
What?
Designed by Jason Morningstar, published by Bully Pulpit Games. I am very, very excited. I feel like I've been hearing about Fiasco for years now. I feel like actually I've been hearing about it from some Glass Cannon Naish people and from Glass Cannon, recorders alike. About how much I love it, and I figured how better to experience it than with a group like this.
I agree. And also
This
doing
is
it
the best
live.
way.
Exactly. Well, that brings me to who are you all? Skid, explain yourself. Who are you?
I'm Skid. I'm on the glass cannon, and I don't understand what's happening.
Well done. Well done. Grant, who are you?
I'm Grant. I have a great garden going right now. It's got the azaleas blooming. I also don't understand that this is a show about a game, so I'm just going to talk about my garden for a little while longer. Member of the Glass Planet as well. And you know what? Can I head you off at the pass? I know you're the host, but I'm so excited because my friend Anna Suzuki is here. Anna,
My
first
turn. Hi,
Yes,
I'm Anna.
Sorry, Anna. I had a whole thing to like throw it to you, but I guess Grant wanted to do it.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, Grant. Yeah, I'm Anna. I'm here. I don't have a garden, and I also don't know what is going on, so I'm really excited. Yeah.
listen, Matthew, the damage in our relationship is already irreparable, so I figured it couldn't get any worse.
Wait, your relationship and my relationship, or your relationship with Anna?
Why not both?
Well, Anna, thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy to have you. Grant's been talking about you for a while, and I'm so
Yay.
happy to be the one to ruin this experience for
Finally, it's going to happen.
And of course, not last but not least, Ellinor Ellinor
Did you say
Dilorenzo.
not last and not least? What did
Not
you say?
last. Well, last,
Yeah.
but not least.
Okay. All right. Hi, I'm Ellie. What was the question again?
Who are you?
Oh, right. I'm Ellie, Ellinor Dilorenzo, and I can do an American accent if I try to. And also today, I realized that kombucha is a carbonated beverage. As I sprayed it on me, because I was like, "This is a juice," and yeah, I failed. So, hi, I'm Ellie.
In my mind,
And
Wait, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and also I'm sometimes on Glass Cannon, or Androids and Aliens. I don't know, Glass Cannon. What's the? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Everyone knows who I am. Hopefully, if you don't, check me out.
Self promo right there.
Oh boy.
Damn it.
I just want to go back a minute. So you shook the kombucha. That's what happened?
Oh yeah, I shook it because I was like, this has a weird color. I have it right here. I'm like, this can't. Oh, you can't see it because of my green. Oh no! All right. Well, I promise you, everything is not working. Anyway, it has a weird color, so I was like, maybe if I shook it and then I open it right like 5 minutes when I was supposed to join this call, and then poof, all over me. And I'm like, oh, right. It's like a fermented beverage. So, yeah, now I found out something. I find out something new every day about America, I feel.
Boy, if that had happened on
Yeah.
air, it would have been a real fiasco.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Boom, 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 boom.
Now
You get
that
it
I
now,
got.
Skid?
Now Skid and I are in sync.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
now we synced up. That's good. Now we
Well-
can go.
Good.
On that note, I figured I want to throw it out to the group just to as an icebreaker, if you will. I just figure everyone's life here has gone exactly to plan, right? Mm-hmm. The whole time.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today, sure.
I'm knocked up, so I don't know.
Yeah, Ellie's pregnant. I'm living underneath Grant. That was certainly part of my plan.
I definitely wanted to shatter my shoulder into 4 pieces. And
Jesus.
I wanted to see that. That was all part of the plan.
listen,
I wanted to see his big scar again.
what I know, all I know is that Skid loves it when he's got skin in the game.
That's right. Actually, because Anna and I have something in common where we've both spent time in Japan,
Yes.
and Anna speaks Japanese,
yeah, and
and
you
I can sound
speak
like I
it.
speak Japanese.
you can say Powerpuff Girls in Japanese. Skid. Come on.
Girls.
Powerpuff
はい、そうで
Girls.
す。はい、パワーパフガーズ。
はい、そうですね。Good job.
はい、素晴らしいだね。
はい、素晴らしいですね。
Yeah. So unfortunately, because of our arrangement here, I don't want to jump ahead, but we're not supposed to have a relationship in this game because of the how we're laid out. But I think you could see where it might have gone and how annoying that might have been for everyone else.
Yeah. Who fucked this up?
Yep.
I mean, we needed material for the intro, so we just planned it that way.
Mission accomplished yet again.
Yep.
Another Capodicasa special.
It's what we aim to please. I ask because this is a game, as you might guess from the title, about getting into situations that constantly threaten to fly off the rails, and where we're in over our heads, and I just feel like that feels very relatable. I feel like that is my default state. Most of my life, I feel like the things are about to go off the rails and I'm in over my head. So I figured, why not play a game to celebrate it?
You think
Yeah.
your life is a fiasco?
No, I think I'm
Or more
teetering
like
on
a
the edge
failure.
of fiasco.
Sorry. It's an F word. I mean,
He's a very successful person
he is.
Ah,
He's
we
in
could have
a certain in a limited sphere. He's incredibly successful.
What more could I put that on a business card? Very successful person in a very, very limited sphere.
To learn more about my spheres, call. And then just put a really long number. You should get a
You too,
1-800
you
number, Matthew. That'd be great.
Sorry, Matthew. Your life is a fiasco, not a failure. Continue.
I don't know if it makes me feel better.
Your life is a source of envy for millions.
Yeah.
Or would be if they knew who you were.
Yeah.
What is? Okay.
Welcome to the show, Anna.
Thank you. I want to hear about Matthew's life. I'm very confused. Are you successful or not?
He is actually success. He's super talented. He's an amazing writer.
Talent.
Okay, great.
Grant
Well,
and
that's
I
very
went
nice,
to
he's
a
good.
reading of his play, and it was incredible. And
Why is Skid all of a sudden your hype man? What this
I
dynamic
felt like
is
he's
very
been torn
interesting.
down. Now I got to build him back up.
Yeah. And I'm
Because this is
okay,
how you
got
do
it.
things in the military and in gaming.
yeah.
You tear him down, and then you build him back up into a whole person, and then you can manipulate that person in different various ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, that went a very different direction.
So
than-
Matthew
okay.
is like, he is incredibly talented. He's very, very good at writing plays.
Yep.
He's very, very nice wife. His family seems great.
Yep.
His apartment is good.
And he
Great
can
guy.
grow a beard
It
really
sounds
fast.
like it.
Yeah.
It sounds like you don't know him at all. It's very.
I do. I just listed all the
vague.
facts about his life.
There are, yeah, and I lead a very simple life, and that's really all you need to know about me.
It's the facts were very vague to me, but okay.
Yes. And Skid, I will pay you your $50 tomorrow.
Oh, perfect. Hype.
I don't know. Do you guys not have a sense that your life could all of a sudden fly off the rails? Is that not a state that you all live in?
I think so. I think especially when I moved to America, I was like, cool. I was talking to actually Sydney, also Glass Cannon fame, about when I moved here, my health insurance plans. It was a catastrophe plan. That's the only one I could afford, which was catastrophe, and that felt like, oh shit. I better be in a really serious accident, otherwise I won't get healthcare when I move here. Not to make it political, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to ask, was it the lack of social safety net that made you feel that way? The sudden lack of social safety net.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm from a very safe country, and then I moved here and cool. This is how you grow. I get it.
This is America is the danger room of countries.
Yep. I could have gone. I feel like I could have gone somewhere else as well, but I think America felt pretty cool.
Are you calling Ellinor a mutant by calling America the danger room? Is she Cyclops, Wolverine, Jean Grey? Okay.
I was enrolled in Xavier's School for Extraordinary Young Swedes, and this is their time in the danger room.
Man, that would have been cool. What if?
Do you think the Xavier School has foreign financial aid? How do you do you think, does everyone go tuition free?
I think it has to have an endowment outside of Professor X's wealth, right? It's I'm sure that they have they never put it in the comics, but there's a bursar's office and a financial aid area and folks kind of calling alumni who moved on. They can never get Wolverine on the phone to donate.
Well, it seems like most of the alumni just continue to live at the school, which doesn't seem like a very healthy academic environment to me.
Yeah, they're not earning money or anything either.
Yeah, it's super sad when you think about it. It's like
then you don't see them buying books or anything either, the kids.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't make any sense. It's like that thing. It's those questions you're not supposed to ask about where do people in role playing games? No one ever asks the question, when are they using the bathrooms? You know?
Exactly.
That's exactly.
I brought this up the other day. It's just think of the dozens and dozens of times that our characters have had to go to the bathroom, and we just sort of glide over it. Don't even address it at all.
Yeah, and I'm happy about that. No, okay, well, we can make
Ellie, I'm glad you brought this up. I think you should feel free to stage as many scenes in Fiasco in the bathroom as you want, but you don't have to.
Thank you. Thank you for the green card.
That's the kind of freedom this game affords.
Oh, yeah.
I once brought up a point about how our clothes in role-playing games would probably be shredded given the extreme, battle conditions and explosions and fire and all of that. And I was laughed out of the room. So
oh, no.
I'm just glad your commitment to verisimilitude is as strong as mine, Ellie.
No, yeah. I mean, Matthew, you and I, we go way back. We were both basically Italians. We have cool Italian last names. That's
true. You both have Italian last names.
Yeah. When I took my last name from my husband, I was like, as an Italian, I have never been, so I have nothing to do with it. But I think it's but I did feel more connected to Matthew.
My mother, who is not Italian, when
you felt more connected.
Sorry, go ahead, Anna.
Go ahead, Anna.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
Well, I want to know what you're going to say.
I was just going to say, you felt more connected. Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, I was just going to say you felt more connected to Matthew once you got married to your husband.
Yeah,
that is all I was going to say.
Yeah.
So, Anna,
you really opened the door to a relationship. With
exactly. Yeah. So something you need to know about me, Anna, is that I don't make much sense. But you'll find that out as we go on. But
it's one of our favorite things about Ellie.
Yeah, it's like when I met my husband 9 years ago, and then Matthew 3 years ago. I knew 9 years ago, 9 years before that one day I'll meet someone that I feel connected to when I take your last name.
Your dad got up at the wedding and said, "Today I like to think not so much of losing a daughter as opening a door to my daughter's relationship."
Countless Italians.
And friendships with the Italian people.
That's perfect.
Everyone, there wasn't a dry eye in the chapel.
Behold the
when those words
Tuscan
were
bounty
spoken.
ahead of you.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I don't think of it so much as losing a daughter as gaining a heritage.
Finally.
Well, this has gone sufficiently off the rails. So why don't we talk about what we're going to be doing tonight?
Fair enough.
So, yes, this game is called Fiasco. And it's inspired by movies like Blood Simple or Fargo or Simple Plan, stories where ordinary people get pushed to the brink and then make that choice that takes them to teeter on the edge of utter disaster. That also have a strangely comic edge to them that makes them wonderful, delightful, and beloved the world over, as I'm told. Anyway, yes. So all of you, we together are going to be creating a story that does that. And Skid, I think we're actually technically cheating tonight because you've played Fiasco before, right?
I have. I played with Joe and Troy long before Glass Cannon. I think it's like the 2011 PAX East. We played together in a scenario where they were brothers who fronted an Aerosmith cover band, a Journey cover band. And it was epic. It was the most incredible game of Fiasco, I'm sure, that's ever been played. And we were all so impressed with ourselves that we sort of silently vowed never to play again.
Right.
So, yeah.
And yet here you are.
And yet here I am breaching that silent vow.
Yeah. Was that the first time you met
were
them?
a brother.
No, I was their manager.
Well, managers
It really
betray
was
their bands
amazing. It
all
was
the
an
time.
amazing game of Fiasco. It was the developers came over and they were like watching us and they started playing like Journey songs on their phone, and it really was awesome.
Oh, man.
yeah.
All right.
Well, I can't wait to let everyone down then. Thanks, Skid. Well, I think you played this game.
Yes.
This game of Fiasco, which is now called Fiasco Classic. But in their endeavor to let more people play the game, Bully Pulpit Games has also made this Fiasco, which is essentially the same game with a few tweaks, a couple streamlines, and it uses cards instead of dice, which we'll discover along the way. So I think in one sense, Skid, this is still a new game for you as well.
It is. I was surprised. It's like, where do we roll the dice? You're like, there's no dice. It's like, what? So yeah, this is brand new for me.
We don't need no stinking dice.
Where we're going, we won't need dice.
Exactly. And on
Cut
that
to the
note,
side of Anna's frame, and there's like 3,000 dice. She was getting ready for this game.
throws them all in the garbage.
He's like, I thought I was invited to a role-playing game.
Damn it!
Well, to that end, we're super excited because Bully Pulpit Games is supporting the stream tonight with some giveaways. Hey,
Yeah.
giveaways.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Are we allowed to
What
say
are
shit?
they?
Yes.
Why stop now, eh?
Yeah, we've been cursing relentlessly for the last 3 years on air. I don't know any reason why you'd have to stop.
It's the
now.
only English I know.
This is one of the most curse-laden rule books I've ever glanced at. In fact,
Yeah, that's in the classic rule book. There's a section, a paragraph said one more fucking thing, and it's all about how there's tons of cursing in the game, or should be, or ideally.
Oh no. All right, cool. But I will
Well.
still not say the C word.
Okay.
good.
What's that?
No.
What? No. I'm joking. Don't say it.
I won't. I promise you I won't say it. At least the first episode. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Things could get pretty hairy, and then who knows what horror Ellinor will unleash upon us.
I can only imagine.
What
I'm so
linguistic
excited.
travesties will be visited upon
no.
us.
Guys,
so
I've been on a
excited.
journey. I took a walk, and I'm a different woman. I took a walk to Astoria Park and back.
Today?
Yep.
Oh.
And
I noted. I was about to say you look like a completely different woman.
yep. Different woman, a dangerous woman.
That's why.
Okay. Sorry.
Wow.
Continue, Matthew.
I'm a little jealous because I've been to Astoria Park sometimes too, and it's never had that effect on me.
You didn't come back.
Turned into a different woman?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Well,
Try it a couple more times.
Okay. I mean, okay. I will.
All right.
But anyway, thank you, Bully Pulpit, for doing this giveaway with us tonight. We're giving away one physical copy of the game, one box, and one set of Roll20 codes, which you'll see us use in just a short while. So you can play virtually with your friends if you decide never to venture out into the world again, which is something I'm considering. But if you like what you see and you think you could have fun playing and you want to get in on some fiascoing, just keep an eye on the chat. Brennan will be posting some links to win throughout the show, and then we'll announce the winners in the chat at the end of the show as well. Cool?
Cool. Good luck, everybody.
None of you are eligible, just to be
Oh,
clear.
wow.
So,
Okay, not cool.
sorry.
Anna is our special guest. Should at least get a version of the home game.
Yes,
Yeah.
Anna, you can have my copy.
There you go.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Let's meet in Astoria Park, and you'll
Both transform into different women, and you come on with a new game.
So, one of the big differences between tonight and other editions of New Game Who Dis is that Fiasco has no GM. So, I really have no power here. So, all of that buttering up Skid did for me earlier on was jokes on him because I don't have any control over his fate in this game.
And how does that make you feel, Matthew?
Honestly, I'm relieved. The last time I GM'd, I was so stressed out.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I probably shaved a good 5 years off my life just doing Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
Doing these new games live without really knowing how they work is incredibly stressful. So yeah, you lucked out with this one, Matthew.
I do have to say, though, I'm very excited to see what character Anna makes because she's already very committed to not believing that Skid knows anything about Matthew with those prying questions. And how does that make you feel, Matthew? She's the Oprah of this broadcast.
She's gonna get to the bottom of all this. You can sense it.
I'm getting the sense that Matthew's carrying a lot, and I just want to be here for him.
That's great. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah,
Great.
Absolutely.
She has nothing to gain, really, by saying that. So you know it's true.
Yeah.
I'm not the GM. I'm just a player. I'm down here on Earth with the rest of you. I'm no benevolent deity on some ivory throne handing
Well,
down
we do
judgments.
have a certain amount, a fraction of power over each other,
Yeah.
an equal
Yes.
fraction. So in that sense, yes, but no more than anyone else here in the group.
Exactly. I will, however, step in to organize a little bit of the chaos and try to walk us through some of the rules. But I will say one of the great benefits of this game is it's actually pretty rules light. Like once you get into it, I think you all will have a good time. It can be very role play. You can rely on the role play and to carry you through. And the mechanics feel pretty natural once you get into them. But yeah, why don't we talk about what we're doing? So Fiasco offers any number of play sets that can operate in a whole bunch of different genres. The original Fiasco, you're kind of creating this Coen Brothers-esque world, and I think we can still adhere to that. This is Grant. I like it.
Very nice.
I need to preface tonight's DJing by saying that with previous games, I've had a really strong theme, like the 80s, or Skid did a wonderful bedrock of selection of songs that were evocative of the Star Trek universe, and vampire creepy orchestral music. It's easy. Tonight, I'm just playing whatever I feel like that matches, and we might have some tasty little surprises.
Ooh, tasty.
Well, there was Grant was texting me.
I'm sorry. I'm a new woman. What do you want from me? All right. Sorry. Go on, Matthew.
Unrecognizable. I don't know who's talking right now. This is crazy.
Good thing we have her name up on the screen. Otherwise, I wouldn't know who we're talking to.
Yeah.
Grant did text me. It was first he emailed me asking me to make a playlist, which I promptly read and marked as read and forgot. And then he texted me not 2 hours ago to say, what kind of music do you need for tonight? And I offered him the one bit of like narrative relevance. And then I was like, but don't do that too much. And he was like, okay.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Perfect.
But this is a jam, Grant, so I'm here for it. Well done.
Yeah, this is like a sound-alike for Girl from Ipanema. I like it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's on the Time Life CDs that get sold 12 at a time for 4 easy payments of $19.99 on CNN late at night. Anyway.
Well, let's talk a little about the world we'll be playing in, because the game itself comes with a few different playsets, and then they have expansion playsets that you can get. These are all available with the Roll20 codes. We're going to be playing the playset, one of the ones that comes with the original set, called Poppleton Mall. And I will read you what is known as the score.
Ooh.
A retail wonderland. It's time to make a trip to Poppleton Mall for the best in shopping, entertainment, and dining. From Arapaho leather goods to T. Esquire.
Arapaho, baby. You got to ask your Western United States members how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
Jersey
what is it?
kids, they don't know the names.
They don't know.
Listen, we love malls in Jersey. We love them. We just don't have leather goods stores.
Right.
Other kinds of leather stores, but not that.
Right.
Anyway, from that to T. Esquire, from the Poppleton 8 multiplex to our beautiful glass atrium, Poppleton Mall truly is something for everyone. Join us for the holidays when Santa reigns over his throne room and the atrium rings with the sounds of merrymaking from the magical Winterland stage. Your children will always remember their visit to Poppleton Mall's Santaland.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So it's winter?
So yeah, it's December in the mall, and but that is basically all the information we'll get. Now the playset has a number of details that we're going to use to create our characters and build the world, what motivates those characters in that world, and then allow us to build the story scene by scene. But really, it's pretty open, so we'll figure that out as we go. So you guys ready to jump in and start making this game happen?
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
All right. So the first thing we'll do is I'm going to deal. If I can direct your attention to Roll20.
See, it's not so easy, is it?
It was really my confidence is now destroyed by not knowing this common mall store.
Is this really an episode of New Game Who This, or is this a referendum on Matthew's career? Because that's what it feels like tonight.
I know, this is like some elaborate prank on Matthew. It's like a prank.
I can't wait till
We're all behind you, though, as far as you know, for now.
Yeah, like, honestly, when you allegedly missaid that thing that I completely forgot what it was, arepa?
Yeah,
I was just
Arapis. Yeah, we're talking about Arapis.
Arepa leather stores. Yeah.
Well, I was just like so happy. It's like being two bullied kids, and like I'm so grateful I'm not the one being bullied because
you're normally the one that catches the brunt of that.
Yep. So from Matthew.
Treat for you tonight.
From Matthew, yeah.
And we recently discovered that Troy apparently lives in mortal fear of playing with us because if he mispronounces anything, we'll all correct him. And I guess me in particular, but also all the others.
Yeah. We all delight in it, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I think I'm quoting now, he said it was his greatest fear, to which I was very surprised.
I was like, that's your greatest fear?
I mean,
I
like,
thought
death.
A lawsuit would be more fitting for him, but yeah.
I'm afraid of that thing where they put a rat in a bucket and put on your stomach and lay coals on the bucket. That scares me more.
Whoa, that's specific.
That is
It's
very
scary.
specific.
That's really scary. More than someone making fun of you mispronouncing a word. That's like second, but that's like still.
Dude, or being like in a spacesuit, dying, like in space.
Dying in space? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's third.
Third.
I have to say, like, death is up there for me.
Yeah,
Just,
death
you know,
yeah, in general.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
early,
sorry.
especially like painful death. And
Painful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like prolonged death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Prolonged, painful.
underneath the ice.
Yeah. And if you're dying, like drowning beneath the ice,
Yeah.
and you mispronounce your last word, that would be the ultimate disgrace.
It's a double whammy.
Tell my wife I love her. I love her.
Okay, cool.
Well, on that note, Ellie, feel free to mispronounce everything you want.
Yeah, I will. Especially the C word.
Okay. Back to roll 20.
Please don't be Chekhov's C word. Whatever happens. Oh man.
So you will see. Check out this beautiful Fiasco game board that we're using tonight. But you also see, if you were to open up your hand, you'll see a deck full of, or you'll see about 8 to 9 cards that are needs, objects, relationships, and locations. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use those cards to define who we are to each other, and the stakes of this world. So first things first, we're going to do is deal out we're going to play the relationship cards. So I only have one in my hand, but I'm assuming the rest of you probably have multiples. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is go around the circle, and we'll place one. And you don't have to place a relationship card between yourself and another player. You can place it between 2 others, but we'll kind of collaboratively decide based on what we all want to play. Let's do that. So, yeah. So, per the rules, we start with the person who most recently damaged something valuable. And when I read that, I was like, well, Grant has to go first.
Oh yeah, our most precious possession, Grant.
And Grant himself.
We must protect America's natural resources. Yellowstone Park and Grant
Most
Berger
precious
Park.
resource.
And Grant's offhanded shoulder. Yes.
Because it used to be, in the original version, it was whoever came from the smallest town. Whoever grew up in the smallest town would go first.
Well, who would that be here among us?
I'm pretty sure it's
not me. I'm from Denver.
My town had the town I spent the bulk of my childhood in had 1,000 people, but
That's pretty small.
Oh, that's really small.
Yeah, you win.
but it was like
It will be you.
in traditional New Jersey fashion, it was like had formed an unholy bond with another municipality, so they were kind of treated as one entity, which had many more people. I'm sorry, it was like 7,000 people. It wasn't 1,000.
Yeah.
That's still pretty small.
It's still pretty small.
Anna, where are you from?
I was.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring some hip hop now. As we talk about who has the smallest town. It's
was
my
like,
town.
what?
It's the smallest. Yeah, I get to pick
I
first.
grew up in a little village in Japan.
Oh, cool.
No, it was not a little village, but probably bigger than where Matthew came from.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Can you tell what's it called? Just so I can Google it and dream about going there.
Sure. The prefecture was called Shizuoka, so it's where Mount Fuji is. Shizuoka-ken.
So this is.
Hi, so this. This is just gonna be us for 2 hours saying random Japanese words.
I mean, listen, I'm here for it. I love it, but
I know it's very cool.
all right, cool. I'm from Uppsala, which has 250,000 people, so
That is large.
That's
Yeah.
more. Great. Well,
Grant's
Grant, I
from-
still want you to go first.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. He's the damaged.
Yeah,
All right.
so I do get to choose from one of my relation cards and lay them between anyone?
Yeah, so you can tell us. You can there's no secret here. You can say, "Hey, I've got this relationship card. It says this," or "I've got this. This one might be fun," and then we can all respond and we can say, "Oh, like that might be fun if like you and I had that relationship, or maybe Anna, or you and Anna had that relationship, or whatever." We can all contribute to the conversation.
Yeah, I'm putting it up on the big board now. It is a great one. It's crime, tapping register thieves. And I feel like this could be a real great wild card for any relationship in this game. It's going to let you kind of be zany, fun, have a bit of a distorted view on ethics and whatnot. I just think it could work for anyone. So I think it's really open for discussion as to who we want it to go to.
I can't see it on the board yet. So you said a criminal.
Oops.
Oh, there it is. Sorry.
That's,
Manager and employee? No.
you
sorry.
got it. Sorry, I was doing something for the screen, for the stream, and not for the players. I apologize.
Till tapping register.
Till tapping register thieves.
Can someone explain to me what till tapping means?
The till is like where you put the money in after the transaction happens, and tapping that till would mean opening it up to take out the cash.
Oh,
Sweet cash.
Okay,
So
cool.
that you could then go spend at the Arapahoe leather goods store to get that pair of assless chaps you've been wanting. You've been eyeballing.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, till tapping register thieves. Yeah. So should we draw all the relationship cards first, maybe, and then decide, or no?
No, like if this, I think that's a good one, Grant. But if anyone feels like that jumps out to them, you can say like, yeah, that would be fun if you and I played it. Otherwise, Grant, you can put it wherever you want.
All right. I think originally I wanted to put it between Ellie and Skid, but I feel like that's too natural of a relationship.
So it's like a real life relationship.
Yeah, they're already chaos Muppets, as it were.
Oh, come on.
So
Me and Skid?
I'm gonna put it in between Matthew and Ellie, mostly because I want to see Matthew play against type.
Yes, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? So that's where that card is going.
Cool.
All right, so now Ellie, you and I, we should, and the group also can help with this. We have to establish like if we're both register thieves, are we working together at the same store?
Right.
Who are we to each other?
We could be buds, like crime. Oh yeah, crime. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, like oh fuck, I'm already.
Do we want to settle on a time period? Do we have a time period in mind for this? Is
I
this
was
like
just going to say,
now?
because the store I was thinking does not exist now, but did exist many years ago.
Suncoast Video?
No, it was going to be Sam Goody. But
Oh, still, yeah, same thing.
Would that be like 90s?
Yeah,
let's do
80s or
90s.
90s. 90s is
about
great.
80s,
Yeah.
90s?
How about could we have like a like I'm your senior and like I'm senior to you employee,
Manager.
but like so I taught you the how to do it, and then you're like a little better than me at it now.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
So you're
So maybe-
upstaging me.
Maybe I'm like a 15-year-old or like a 16-year-old, brand new. This is my first job ever, and maybe I'm like I'm really into music. That's why I got this job at the Sam Goody, and
Nice.
you're the one who had to train me, and then you trained me, and you brought me over to the dark side.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'm like around 40, and always thought I would get a different job, but never did. And so here I am trying to make an extra buck, and then yeah.
Maybe I'm a drummer. Maybe I
You're a drummer.
aspire
Oh, yeah.
to a music career.
Okay.
Have you guys
ooh,
seen the movie Clock Watchers?
I'm not.
I've heard of it. I've heard really good things about it.
I just watched it for the first time. Samantha and I both did, and it really Ellie, the way you describe your character sounds a lot like Parker Posey's character in that movie.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
I'm thinking maybe like I used to want to become like a rock star playing the guitar, and now I'm just like bald but still have like hair behind me, like I've kept like I have a bald hairstyle but like with a ponytail.
Oh, so you look like David Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, great. Let's leave it there for now because we're going to get more elements that are going to adjust it. But I think that's great. Oh, we should also probably figure out how we do our till tapping scheme. I was going to bring up. I know a guy who he worked at a bagel store growing up in Jersey, and there were employees there who had a whole till tapping scheme going, and they would like round up. I can't remember how exactly it worked, but they would round up when they told somebody what their bagel cost, and they would like just add up the numbers in their
Pocket
head
the
and
difference?
pocket the change.
Oh,
So
interesting.
this would be the employees like scamming their own work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it was. I feel like he said it was. He wrote a musical about it, but he said it was really hard for them to figure out what was going on because they were losing money, but the receipts always matched. So the boss they took forever for them to figure out what was going on, and then they figured it out.
Wow.
So
right.
maybe we have something like that going on, like we
Yeah.
have some sort of scheme where we're just pinching pennies off of every
It's a Superman 3.
Yeah,
Taking
Yeah.
fractions of a cent off every dollar.
exactly.
I mean, small rivers turns into one ocean,
Yes.
and I think my
That old
character.
Poppleton saying.
I'm thinking my character might have a Swedish mother or something from Minnesota that's saying a bunch of dumb shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's why he's
Are we
gonna
in
say
Minnesota?
these. No, we're not, right? We're not.
can
Can be.
We can be.
This is behind me right now is winter in Minnesota.
Great.
Okay.
So we have to be in Minnesota.
Is that in the
Yes,
rule
that's-
book
yeah.
We're
that
already
Ellie's
there.
background has to be the setting for the game? Is that what changed from the original Fiasco?
This is the
Yes.
one unbreakable rule in the new version.
Yep.
All right. Well,
All right, cool.
let's leave it there, and then we'll come back when we get more details. So now we go clockwise around our little circle. So Anna, you're actually up next. You have a relationship card that seems like fun.
I do. I have a couple. Let's see.
Nice.
I have. Should I read it out loud?
Sure.
Yeah.
Romance. Married, but the clock is ticking.
That's a good one. Tension?
Oh.
Oh, I like
Stakes.
that.
So,
I would love that. Depends on how you feel, Anna, but I would love that for you and me. Or yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you're gonna play.
No, I would love that for you and me as well. Can we do that? Wait, hold on.
So based on how we're laid out on the board, Ellie, you and Anna actually don't have a formalized relationship. Now, when we start to flesh things out, you could. There's no reason you couldn't be married, but
Yeah, because I was gonna say, if Matthew, you are 16, we're probably not. Oh, we might be married. We're in Minnesota.
That's true.
The shade! Oh my god.
And the clock is ticking.
clock would be
I love
The
it.
clock is ticking.
Playing by
So,
Poppleton rules tonight.
I love it.
let's see. So I'll drag this out.
What happens in Poppleton stays in Poppleton because everyone gets married at 16.
And feel stressed out about getting pregnant immediately.
Okay.
Oh man.
So,
I mean, maybe
That'll
that's
be-
why we're married.
Yeah.
okay.
Wow. Cool. Okay.
All right.
Okay, great.
So you and I are married, but the clock is ticking.
So what does that
Yes.
mean? That the time is running out on your relationship?
Yeah, I think he's working at Sam Goody's too much, and I'm getting sick of him.
He's too dedicated
And-
to his career.
He's too
craft.
dedicated to his career.
Craft of
Yeah.
managing the same.
Not even managing.
His
Just
calling.
like restocking.
His life's calling.
And I,
He wakes up every morning and drinks 3 raw eggs, puts on a sweatband and jogs 5 miles.
Jogs 5 miles in the snow to get ready.
and maybe
Pushes a giant tractor tired down the road.
I'm probably a little bit older than you. I'm probably like 19.
Oh,
Wow.
Cougar.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, a 19-year-old cougar.
why do you
Yeah.
think we got married so young?
It wasn't because of a pregnancy, at least teen pregnancy. Clearly, because they're stressed out, or maybe it was. I mean,
No, maybe.
Maybe it could. Yeah, it could be a teen pregnancy.
Maybe that's
so,
the ticking clock is this baby coming out.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I mean,
and I'm
that
like,
could be
you.
why
Yeah.
I was so susceptible to Ellie's till tapping scheme is because
Right.
You need the money to
need
pay
the
for this
cash.
baby.
Yeah, you need exactly.
Oh,
Okay,
and
that
you're
works. That's
incapable of
perfect.
making breast milk, so you're reliant on infant formula, and that is expensive. That's
Yeah.
maybe very too specific.
for a minute there, Grant, I thought you were talking to me, and I was like,
Matthew, you need to go to Astoria Park, come back a new woman that can
new woman.
lactate, and then you're
A
good.
lactating woman.
Oh man, I would love for Matthew to. Anyway,
Yes, I think we're entangled in a very stressful teen marriage, and you are under a lot of pressure to bring home a lot of money, but you're also really dedicated to your work. And
I've got my dreams of being a drummer in a ska band.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Oh, yes.
that's perfect.
That's
yeah.
a genre
Perfect.
that'll never stop, I tell you.
It's here to stay. Ska's here to stay.
And unfortunately,
1997 will never end.
The ska scene in rural Minnesota is really just popping.
The two people I know from Minnesota might be watching the show right now, and they have talked to me several times about how many times they've gone to ska concerts. So inadvertently, this is just spot on.
I love this already.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
is amazing.
it is perfect. It's perfect.
So
Perfect.
how do you think we were like? So if I'm 16 and you're 19, do you think we met like last year when I was a freshman in high school and you were a senior?
Yeah, I think you were actually maybe like playing a talent show at the mall, and I came to see you perform, and
Oh.
and that's how we fell in love.
Wow.
And one thing led to another, and then now there's going to be a new band member, so to speak.
Oh.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, but you have to get your shit together.
Did we get married because why did we get married?
Oh yeah, we're married.
Do you think one of us is religious, or what? Our parents are religious, or something?
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably religious.
You're also religious, ska.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You're a Christian ska band?
That is what it is. Yes, my dream is to be a drummer in a
Skanking
Christian
for
ska
the Lord.
band.
It's a Lutheran ska band.
You're stealing 1/10 of everyone's coffee. 1/10.
It's not stealing, it's tithing. They just don't
Tithing,
know
yeah.
it.
Okay. All right. I think that feels pretty good. We'll define it more as we get more
Yeah.
details. But
Yeah.
so we're married. We've been married for less than a year.
Yeah.
I want to.
And we're having a baby, so you're under a lot of financial pressure, and that's why you've been pressured into acts of crimes.
Acts of petty thievery. maybe the petty thievery will become grand larceny by the end of this.
Oh, man. I like where it's going.
Grand
Yeah.
larceny
Alright.
now is $2,000, I think, in most jurisdictions. I wonder if it was the same back then, or if you had to steal even less. I'll look it up. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's a good thing to know.
Yeah, we need to be totally accurate.
Will you look up the statute of limitations on that as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it is my turn now, and I only have one relationship card, and it is Bad Friends, Hero, and Chump.
Oh, okay.
I will show everybody.
Hero and chump.
So my relationships are set, so I can do. I'm gonna
I have a. Sorry.
go ahead, Ellie.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, simply because I know angry Grant and angry Skid could be a fun dynamic to see them try to out anger each other.
What are you talking about, Ellie? I'm never angry. They always call me Smiling Grant.
Yeah, it's really fun to sit next to them when we were in person millions of years ago, and they're very tall men, and when they get mad, it's super fun to
That's
sit
true.
there. But that's what spoke out to me immediately. But it's obviously, if you have any funnier idea. Matt.
Well, I don't know, Grant, Skid, do you want to be bad friends?
Yeah.
For sure. How do we explore the hero and chump dynamic, though? That's the real question.
Yeah. Well, why don't we let's lay this down. And because I don't really have an idea. So why don't we lay this down and then do the rest of the
Great.
relationships and see how they work together and what might make sense.
I just put
Well,
on
you
some
also-
music that I felt was evocative of a bad friendship from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like
This is really-
a B-side for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, yeah.
Yeah, and strictly speaking, I think it's fun I think it's kind of the way we're kind of generating it organically, but you don't have to define these things until you get all your cards, because there might be
True,
a
yeah.
location or a need or an object that gets attached to your relationship that might
Yeah.
and that still might change what we've already laid down, and that's totally cool.
Yeah. So let's lay that down between me and Grant, and then we'll figure it out.
All right, so Ellie, it is your turn.
So I have this, which seemed to be the most interesting No, wait. No, not that one. That's the opposite one. That's a super boring one. I'm playing.
So
No,
if you right click on it, you can click take card and you can
Take card,
it
yeah,
back.
sorry. This one, romance, divorced, but still a couple.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's thorny.
That's thorny. It's really thorny, but yeah. And I mean, so it's basically, it's either between Anna and Grant or me and Skid, right? We can put that one.
Yep.
Anna, you've known me for a long time. How do you feel about being divorced but still a couple with me? How do you think Angel would feel about that?
At age 19, she's already divorced and remarried.
And remarried to a 16-year-old.
I kind of love that. That's
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, that could work. I think, I think my 40-year-old man, I would love for him, like, a part of me also would love for him to be, like, giving Matthew's character a bunch of advice, but, like, has such a fucked up life anyway. He's like, hey, man, what you gonna do? What you gonna have to do with this child? And then, like, has 6 children and is divorced with his wife, like, something like that, I was thinking. But I think I also really, really like the fact that a 19-year-old
is a divorcee.
Yeah. And also, that raises the question, is this even Matthew's character's baby?
It wasn't me.
Think about the repercussions.
See me going.
Oh, we need to do that. Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah. I got me in the shower.
Another 90. That's a 1,000 song, I think. I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
think,
Yeah.
I think that's 1,000.
I feel like that's like on the cusp. Though. I feel like that came out when I was in like 7th or 8th grade, so it would be to like 2000.
2000. You were
Yeah,
correct.
2000.
Wow.
It's the same year my Stan came out with Eminem, I think, because my sister explained both those songs to me. Because I didn't really speak English. So, and I'm like, banging. I'm like, Harry, doesn't matter. Continue the story.
Okay, so, oh man. All right, so I have 5 cards here.
Nice.
All right, I am gonna go.
It's between
Let's
you and
see.
me now, Skid.
Yeah, it's
choose,
between you and
choose
me.
wisely.
All right, I'll tell you what I have. I have family bonded in a cult, crime, shoplifter, and employee, work, manager, and employee.
Oh,
I could be another employee at Sam Goody's.
yeah.
Family, parent, and stepchild. Or bad friends, they owe you their job.
Right. So you could
So-
you could either be our manager at the store, I guess, or the first one was that like you. What was the first one?
Bonded in a cult.
In a cult.
Yeah. That would make things so complicated. I love
Oh
it.
my God, the ska band could play shows at the cult meetings.
I got a gig, guys.
They're paying me in fruit punch.
Ooh, dark.
Oh, dark.
See?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or you could be another. Yeah, you could be another part of our me and Matthew's thing.
yeah. I don't want to go cult. That's a little kind of wacky
Yeah,
right off
I
the
feel
bat.
like that's gonna take us down a rabbit hole.
That's
we might
that
know.
could dominate the story. So
Yeah.
I think maybe, yeah, manager and employee, which would connect you to Matthew. No, I think I want to do family because we don't really have family yet.
Yeah.
That would be good. We don't want
Maybe
to. We want to expand our palette beyond the Sam Goody.
Yes, for sure. All right, so I'm going to do family, parent, and stepchild.
Yeah.
And Ellie, we've kind of established that you're older, so I'm probably your stepchild, right?
Oh, well, yeah. Have to provide for my dumb step. How old do you think?
I think I'm 17.
Okay, 17. And we don't know yet if you're the hero or the chump.
Yeah, we haven't decided that yet.
So, Skin, if you're 17, and maybe we know each other. You know, there can't be a lot.
Yeah, we
of,
probably go to high school together.
probably go to high school together.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
Okay, so we've now placed all our relationships. So now we'll do the same thing with needs, objects, and locations. So with a 5-person game, we need to have 1 object, 2 needs that can't be adjacent, and 1 location plus 1 additional object or location. So I'll keep track of that, but just note, like, the big thing to remember is max 2 needs, and they can't be adjacent.
Okay.
And that's not to say like all of our characters can have needs, and all of our relationships can have needs, but not just the ones that are codified by the cards. So Grant, anything jump out at you?
Out of my needs and objects, huh?
And location. Needs, objects, or locations. Any
Oh,
of them.
location is also on the board for me, huh?
Ooh.
Ooh, what a lot! What a embarrassment of riches. I have one object that is pretty out there, but it might have the same risk as the cults. You want to hear about it?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
It's object, call security, satanic ritual paraphernalia.
Well, we talked about this before. So the other game, the demonstration game that the developers are doing, it was all about the
Satan
cult, right?
worshippers, yeah. So let's
let's
get rid of
avoid that completely. Let's just not do that at all.
Okay. I have an object, Masco Sweeper Truck Cab. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a location. American Kennel Club Registered Yorkshire Terrier. That one's just fun. So that's an object that could somehow come into play.
Definitely.
Beloved terrier, obviously an object of desire and envy amongst the community of Cobbleton Mall. But yeah, those are the two that kind of pop out to me. I don't know if any of those work for y'all.
Okay. I love it.
The terrier thing sounds good.
Terrier
Yeah, I like
sounds
the
wonderful.
terrier.
Yeah.
Do I just lay that out in the center of the board?
So in the same way, it's going to get assigned to a relationship. So each relationship will have an object, location, or need attached to it.
Okay.
So
wow.
it'll be an object that's somehow shared or is a part of your relationship.
I want to suggest that this would belong to Grant and Anna. Like they divorced, but they're splitting custody of this treasured dog.
Yeah.
That would
And
be my
that's-
suggestion.
And that's why they can't keep their hands to themselves. So to speak.
Right. Yeah, they have to keep getting together to swap
Yeah.
dogs.
Every time I go pick up the dog, I end up fucking Grant.
End up in bed with them.
I was watching Bling Empire, which is on Netflix, which is following this group of very affluent Asian Americans in LA. And this one of the cast members kept on getting back with her ex-boyfriend, who is the Red Power Ranger. Hi, if you're watching. And he has a really bad anger problem, and they go to like emotional counseling, and he's just like, I don't know why, I just get angry. And then they break up for a while, and another cast member tries to get with her, and it doesn't work. And he, like, his really gross way of getting back to the relationship is like having the dog and meeting his ex-girlfriend at the park. And they talk, and they sit down, and they start talking about the dog, but it's really just an excuse to get close in his arm, and then they get back together. So this, again,
That's the model.
much like
That
ska,
is the model.
much like ska music in Minnesota. Spot on. It's perfect for this.
Awesome.
A Yorkshire Terrier would be used to keep an ended relationship going.
Yeah, I think
That is
maybe
perfect.
Anna, you don't, or one of you like doesn't want to be in this relationship anymore.
Right,
And
right.
Probably you, Anna, because like you're with Matthew now, so like,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
he keeps like you're tied to him because of this dog, and he keeps like roping you back in.
Unless, of course, Anna, your character's discovered that being married to a 16-year-old boy is not exactly
Not all
emotionally
it's cracked up
fulfilling.
to be.
Yeah, did we determine how old Anna's character was yet?
I'm 19.
19. Yeah, I'm beginning to feel like a little bit more like I'm like 25, and I drive like an IROC.
Yes,
Like I have a stupid American muscle car from the 80s that isn't very good and can't turn well, but it makes a lot of noise.
It's got like rust. It's got like salt rust patches all over the base, and
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think like some of these teenagers like still live at home with their parents, but I'm cool because I have like an efficiency somewhere on the outside of town. So like people come over and smoke weed at my place.
you've
and
got
there's
a
like
wall full of like empty Corona bottles.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. Well, yep. You guys have a Yorkshire Terrier. All right. Anna, any object, need, or location jumping out at you?
Oh, let's see. Let me take a look at the needs. Huh. I don't think this would make sense. I have need to get laid and start over.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But I don't know which relationship that would fit into.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think parent and stepchild is the clear one. I need to move on from the stepchild. I just need to find someone else that has maybe no stepchild whatsoever that I could be involved with. It's not about their relationship. It's just finding someone else to be with. Maybe.
Wait, I have a good object. Can I read another one?
Sure.
Call security. Syringes of human growth hormone.
Oh, whoa.
That is
I love
certainly
that.
going to change the dynamics of this story. Yeah, let's throw it out there.
Let's
that's
see.
good.
You have any weapons?
Do we have any cleanup hitters from the MLB in this era? Because I'm sure maybe someone on the
It
Twins
is
could
the
be involved.
90s.
The Ken Herbeck.
Wait, do we want to go with that one?
No, keep on going if you have some more ideas.
I have, okay, need. Oh, this might make the most sense. Need to get rich through hard work and a square deal.
Oh,
Right, so there's someone who wants to do
Someone
things
who has
honestly.
integrity. Yes. Who has integrity here?
Certainly not Ellie, not me.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like the only relationship there is Grant and Skid.
Maybe
Yeah.
me. Maybe I'm the chump,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Grant feels like the hero,
Yeah.
There we go.
sleeping with a married woman.
my car?
Yeah. Only a hero would have a car like that.
Yeah, and a dog like that.
Yeah.
Matthew, what's the shortcut to make cards full screen?
Shift Z.
Thank you. Give everyone on the stream a nice
There we
look.
go. Ooh. Take a good look. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
All right.
Very nice.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So I have a bunch of needs, but I also have a fun location, which is employees only security camera station.
Oh,
interesting.
You'll be able to see a lot.
Yeah, which would, especially if there's something untoward going on, it might be a useful location.
Yeah.
So, well, but who would it fit, right? Because Grant and Skid's
Does this go on a
character-
particular? Do these go on particular people or in particular relationships?
relationships.
Relationships.
So, I mean, like, it could actually, Ellie, your character, my character, could have this location in common. Like, even though we work at the Sam Goody,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have access to the security camera station. So
Yeah,
you
maybe
can-
that's why you're able to get away with this, is because
Yeah.
you guys have access to this room.
Yeah, I've worked there for 20 years. I know every in and out.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Like,
fun.
here's how you erase the tapes,
Yeah, exactly.
employee.
So, but like, you and I are only really using it for Sam Goody, but maybe we're gonna think a little bigger.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe you see something on the camera
Oh,
that you
yeah.
shouldn't be seeing.
Also a great option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. I love it.
All right, let's keep going. Ellie, what you got? So I should say now we can have one more need and then one more object or location.
Okay.
Okay. So the one I love the most, and unfortunately I wanted to put it on Matthew, but I think between Matthew and me, but it's called To Get Laid, a Need by the Hottie at Muscle Logic.
Okay.
And I think like maybe like Matthew and Anna have such a interesting relationship, but then I was like, how about you and me, Skid? We have a crush on
Oh
the
yeah.
same girl.
We both have a crush on the same. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The,
great.
the same hottie at Muscle Logic.
Same hottie
Yeah.
muscle logic. Okay.
Maybe, and I'm thinking maybe you told me in confidence, like, I really find her attractive,
Yeah,
you know, like,
stepdad, I really like this girl. Like, she's so
Yeah.
nice.
and he would be like negging you and like, there's
Yeah.
no way she'd go out with you, but then like, because I am going to.
Yeah.
So make her not too young, just to keep it, like, let's make her more than 19 at least. It's also
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
fine with
19 works.
like 19, 25-ish. like in
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was saying. In that
Yeah.
range, yeah.
Yeah, the mid-20s is funny because then it's unattainable for
Yeah, unattainable for me and still gross for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
All right,
Wow.
so that is part of your relationship. So now we Skid. All we need is an object or a location for my and Anna's relationship.
For you and Anna. Okay, I actually have one, I think. I have a location. West End Baldwin Jewelers.
Oh,
Okay, because of the marriage.
Yeah, so
Well,
I
maybe-
think you're saving up for a nice ring, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
And
Well,
Baldwin
some-
Jewelers.
some goes-
But we're
some
already
fucked up-
married, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
maybe Anna, maybe your character's family owns the jewelry shop, but your parents won't help us in the marriage. They disapprove of the marriage and won't give us any money.
Oh yeah. Okay. Great. So
Yeah, that's good.
my family could own Baldwin Jewelers. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
actually,
You got a
well, I
better
do. There's
option?
one other one that I was thinking.
What else you got?
So the other one is an object. It's Precious Moments, a framed Reagan portrait concealing something.
Ooh, that could go along with the
that's
till
good.
tapping or at least like an object of value would probably be behind that portrait, right?
Yeah.
But we wouldn't. But because I would say like if I'm till tapping, I probably don't know about it or don't know what it is. Or maybe it's just like it doesn't have to be in our possession, right? It just can be an object.
Yeah,
that
it's just something that exists.
that we like. It could be in my parents' house or Anna's parents' house or
Yeah.
Yeah.
or what do you
Or
think?
maybe
Anna?
in the mall, like it, like
Or,
at
yeah.
the, like in the like the big entrance or something. What was it? Lincoln?
Of Reagan. Yeah, maybe it's in
Reagan?
the owner's
Oh,
office.
in the eight. Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like a big one in the atrium, but that would be really weird.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we could involve Grant's character too, and like for some reason it's something you know about because of Grant's character or something. If we want to get things even more tangled.
Yeah.
More
yeah.
entanglement. I love that.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like being able to use I like the portrait one.
Yeah, I like the portrait.
it's weird. I like it too.
Well, so we've messed up a little bit. Actually,
Yes. Perfect.
we have two adjacent needs which we can't have.
Oh, right. Well, why don't we switch?
Yeah, so how about employees only? No, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Would you want to switch the need to get rich and the precious moments?
Yeah,
Reagan
I'll
portrait?
do that. Yeah, I'll do that. So, okay, so now I know about Grant and there's some link there where we know about the Precious Moments painting, the Reagan painting. And and you guys want to get rich the honest way.
yeah.
Or there's like a tension there where it's just like you want to get rich the honest way with your wife, but you're also so desperate for money that you're being pulled by Ellie's character to break the law. So I like that.
Damn
That's
it!
fun.
Then we made Matthew into a good character after all. We wanted him
Well.
to play against type.
Or did you?
Did we? Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
who knows what desperation I'll have to resort to by the end of the story.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So now we've established all this. So now we just need character names. So there are some, you can use the game to generate these, but I also thought we'd probably have more fun just naming our own characters.
Yeah.
So if you have a thought, let me know and I'll type it onto your card here.
Ooh. Second name. I want my first name to be Dudley.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Dudley Forsberg. So it makes sense.
Forsberg?
Forsberg.
Yes.
How are you spelling
Proud
Forsberg?
Swedish name.
Yep.
Forsberg.
There he goes.
Right.
Perfect.
There we go.
Dudley. Okay, what else?
All right. Skid, do you have any idea what your character's name is?
Kevin Lundquist.
Oh! Yes, can we all be Scandinavians?
Yeah. Well, we had some Minnesota. We
Yeah.
got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Did I spell it right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Grant, any thought as to...
Yeah, I'm thinking of going by the name of Aiden Larson.
Aiden Larson.
So douchey.
My parents
trying
had
to
the best expectations for me. But when you name a kid Aiden Larson... Anyway.
Well, maybe this portrait is in your family's house,
Oh, yeah.
like behind your dad's desk. Maybe your folks are rich.
Yeah, I definitely think my folks are rich.
Yeah.
Totally.
Grant once again playing the scion of a rich family.
Just happens. It's like how you're always a nice person, Matthew.
Well, maybe you'll end up destitute and I'll end up killing somebody.
Yeah.
Or having sex with a hottie at Muscle Shop or whatever it's called.
Muscle logic.
Muscle shop.
Oh my god, what if the
no.
human growth hormone came back and got injected into a weird sex scene at the muscle shop and it caused some
Oh,
sort of
no.
overdose? An HGH overdose?
All right, Anna, what do you think? What do you think we should do you think we share a last name because my family's super religious?
Yeah, I think we share a last name.
All right, I'm trying to come up with a name for my guy.
So you want help?
Sure. Yeah. What do you?
If you
have
want a
an idea?
Scandinavian one, you can have. No,
give me
it
a
doesn't have to be.
Scandinavian.
It doesn't have to be Scandinavian. I thought it would be like a hockey player, Sundström.
Oh, so yeah. Sundström, yeah.
With an O.
Sundström.
And then first name, let's go with
Mats.
Mats.
Mots.
M-A-T-S.
Duh.
Mats. Oh no, yeah. Sundström. Yeah, perfect. Love it.
All right. Anna, what's your character's name?
What a stupid
I
name.
feel like if I've been married twice at 19, I'm either like a Bridget or a Lucy.
I feel
Absolutely.
I like Bridget.
Yeah, Bridget sounds good.
Bridget Sundström.
Oh, that's
I
so
love
bad.
it. I love it.
Perfect.
Did I spell Sunstrom correctly? Should it be S-O?
No, it's perfect, but you can add a D if you want. Sundström. Like
Yeah.
Sundström, but it doesn't, like Sundström works as well. Like Sundström.
Listen, if the staff at Ellis Island didn't screw around with that name before they came over, I don't know what their job is.
Yeah. It's perfect.
All right. Okay. So
Is that a full
let's
board,
just-
Matthew? Should I show it to everyone again?
Yeah, it's just let's see the board.
Wow.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that tangled web we're weaving.
Wait, Ellie, do you want me to spell Mots a different way?
No. I'm laughing
You're
at
making
how you
fun of
did.
me for trying to come up with a.
Yeah, secretly on the back. I can't see the. Oh, I see it now. Awesome.
So yeah, why don't now that we have the board up, why don't we just go around and recap and flesh out any final details before we get into actually playing the game? So to start with, so Anna and I are playing Bridget and Mats Sundström. She is 19. I am 16. We met when she saw my band play a gig at the mall. I am a aspiring Christian ska band drummer. My family's very religious. One thing led to another. Bridget got pregnant, and my family forced us to get married, and now we are married. Or where do you think we live? Do you think we live with my parents?
Oh my god. I don't think Bridget would, but wait, your family's religious?
Yeah, I mean, your family could be religious too, right?
No, I feel like I come from a broken home if I've already been married twice.
That's
So
true.
I don't have a family. I don't have a support system. This is really dark.
Yeah, you've already made a role-playing character. This is perfect.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I love it. I love it.
Hitting all
so
the
yeah.
notes.
Yeah, so I do live with Mats. Is that like the Scandinavian Matthew?
Yeah, right?
Oh, okay.
Kind of,
Okay.
yeah.
I live with your family.
And you hate it and want to get out?
And I hate it and I want to get out. And maybe at home I have to pretend to be religious. Yeah, let's do that.
But then meanwhile, you and Grant.
So meanwhile, Aiden and I used to be married. I was 18. No, I was 7. Oh, wait. Oh, because I guess, yeah, I was 18 and Aiden was 24. And we bought a dog together, but now we are divorced. And neither of us work at the mall, right?
Would that be better or worse for the game, Matthew? I know you're do you think we should all work there or be outside of it?
I mean, it's up to you, Grant, but it also could be like the malls could be a hopping place. It's the 90s after all. You could just be there a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
I like to think that we certainly had a really elaborate photo shoot done for our wedding that didn't just involve like our groomsmen and bridesmaid, but also had several shots with us and our Yorkshire Terrier that was wearing a little tuxedo. And actually there are probably more negatives of the terrier by itself, like walking next to the cake, looking at the wedding rings and the wine glasses, like licking its chops on some shrimp on the side. Like
I have an idea, by the way, a suggestion. So maybe you guys got this dog and got so invested in it because you thought that you couldn't have children.
Oh.
But now she's pregnant.
Oh.
So maybe that raises the stakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you think this dog was going to be your ticket to riches? Like you were going to take it take it to compete?
No, I think maybe because tell me if I'm wrong, Bridget. I'm now referring you only by Bridget for the rest of this broadcast, Anna, because you're so into it. I think because Bridget is from...
You contradicted yourself in the same sentence. That was awesome.
You know what? Skid/Kevin Lundquist. I've had enough of your guff. You're the chump, okay?
Okay, you're the hero.
I think that Bridget, maybe because you're from a broken home, you saw my wealthy family with their Reagan portrait. They had an oil painting likeness made of Ronald Reagan, that they commissioned. But part of my getting the inheritance from my family was to create an heir myself. And our relationship ended up on the rocks when it seemed like you couldn't get pregnant. And now you're in this...
Maybe there was huge pressure from your family to produce an heir.
Right. And the AKC, like the American Kennel Club registered Yorkshire. I have a pug, but that dog wouldn't get within 100 meters of an American Kennel Club show, I'll tell you that much.
No, he would be turned away at the door for sure.
He might pee all around the perimeter. Anyway, he has arthritis now and he can't really put his weight down on his back leg, and it's really sad.
No, mush.
But yeah, the AKC type of dog is perfect, and it was like one of the things his mother gave him when he got married. He's like, "You need this before you get married, son. A Yorkshire Terrier will always show you the way because it knows when you don't."
Whoa.
All right. So then,
Wow.
So they are exes, but they're still in a relationship, and every time they meet to exchange the dog because they share custody, they end up falling into bed together.
So we're unclear whose baby this is.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And yeah, maybe the pressure to have an heir, Aiden, is so intense that you're like, now that she is pregnant, you're like, I have to get back together with her so that I have this thing so that I can... Maybe that's like contingent on your inheritance as having an heir.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I like to think that maybe we had like ancient Viking feuds between the Sunstroms and the Larsens, and we're reliving it on the plains and mountainous territory of Minnesota.
It came over from the old country.
Yeah.
You guys were this family feud came over, and you're still...
So my family and your family have a feud, Grant?
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
That traveled across the Atlantic with them.
Yeah.
And time.
All right. So then Aiden has a relationship with one Kevin Lundquist as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, what is... Okay, so I like the hero chump thing. I just don't... I think Kevin works... I think he does work in Suncoast so that he can get... Pretty much, mostly so he can get discounts on anime DVDs. But apart from that, I don't know.
VHSs.
Yeah, VHSs. Yeah, VHSs.
He's got
Yeah.
Ninja Scroll. He's got
I got a box
Akira.
set of Ninja Scroll. Okay, with Ninja Scroll and Berserk and a couple others. Really, like, yeah.
Well, you seem like someone that Aiden would maybe, be friends with when they were little, and maybe he hit a really good puberty, and he's a little
Yeah.
bit older, and so maybe they started as like
Maybe
good-
you like babysat for me or something.
yeah,
Because you're like 8 years older than me.
right.
So
Babysat for you. Used to be like watching whatever you want to watch, play your games, but like is now too cool for it.
yeah, and I think we've been watching Eastbound and Down. Mm-hmm. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking like maybe it's like hero worship on my part. It was just like I just worship the Grant. I think you're the coolest guy in this whole town. I'll do
Yeah.
anything for you, like
Yeah.
Stevie and
My favorite
In that
part
show.
of that that relationship, that hero worship relationship, is when Stevie Janowski makes a promo like tape to get Danny
Oh, to get him
McBride's back in the big leagues.
yeah.
Don't be lazy. Don't be crazy. Call Kenny Powers. Oh, it's like one of my favorite shows of all time.
I love that show.
But yeah.
And so then you've got this portrait of Reagan that Grant's family has. Maybe you've told Kevin about it and said there's something. What is there something concealing something behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's like, I don't have to worry about anything, It's I whenever I need to, I can always go behind the frame. It's the banana stand of
Yeah,
this.
there's always money behind the framed Reagan portrait.
I mean, maybe it's the family safe. Like maybe it's
Yeah.
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 Can you imagine the assholes that would put a giant oil painting of Ronald Reagan
I'm just
in front
thinking
of their
that.
family
I
safe?
mean, yeah.
That's a very evokes something very specific. So yeah.
Yes.
I think that this room has to be appointed in the finest tacky oak possible.
Yes.
It has to
Yes.
have several bearskin
crushed
rugs.
red velvet of curtains.
Exactly. And a giant purple Vikings banner. And like a signed helmet and a
Yeah, it's a
plexiglass
Randall
case.
Cunningham signed helmet.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but there's like if you like were to smoke a cigarette in there at night, you'd see all the red like security lasers around the helmet
Yes.
in particular, because that's their most prized possession.
Yes.
And then
I'm guessing it's connected to a walk-in humidor.
and I
Yes.
think they have
course.
just above their house just like a wooden carved banner that just says Skull Vikings.
I love it.
All right. And then Kevin Lundquist, however, also has a relationship with Dudley Forsberg.
Yeah, why don't we have the same last name? But it doesn't matter. You have your mom's last name, I guess.
Or his dad's.
Or he's right, stepson. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Could be
Yeah.
either.
Well, I feel like Dudley Forsberg is like the father figure you don't need at all. And
Yeah, Aiden
that's-
is my father figure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Dudley is just like I feel like he starts every sentence with like, so what you want to do here is that, and then like, but it's always shitty advice or obvious advice. But yeah, I feel like Dudley is a bit of a dick, honestly.
You know,
he wants to, yeah.
It makes me think. This just sprang to mind. I heard a story about. I don't want to say names, but there's a pair of comic creators, one of whom was a big hero to the other one, and the younger one. I heard this from a bunch of people, but he went to the younger one went to a comic convention to meet his hero, and they go there, and the older one starts hitting on the kid's mom. And they end up going home, the three of them together, and this kid spends the rest of the night listening to his hero, with his mom, and then they get married. And whenever
Jesus.
they're in the room together, whenever the kid and the mom and the guy are in the room together, he's just like, oh yeah, this kid's great and everything. The minute the mom leaves, all he does is tear him down.
Yeah. Oh,
All
yeah.
he does is just tear him apart and to try to destroy his self-confidence. So this is the kind of relationship I'm imagining.
Yeah, like that Dudley is like tearing you down, even though he's a fucking
Yeah, you're
loser.
super nice. You act super nice when mom's around, but like the minute she's out of the room, you're just like, you're a piece of crap. Like,
Yeah.
The way you phrase that, I thought you were going to say, this is the kind of relationship I've been dreaming of.
Yeah.
finally.
Oh God. It reminds a short story, but it reminds me of when I ended up driving home a couple from a convention. They were living in Uppsala and the convention was in Stockholm. I drove them home. Like this guy we both came from Uppsala. He picked up a one night stand. We drove her back home because he was like wanted to. So they had an awkward flirtation in the back seat while I was, driving.
Oh.
And then the next day we had to go back to the convention. And so she was standing there and I had to drive her back, even like apparently it was a bad night for both of us.
No.
Like the most awkward car ride that's ever existed in my plant. Anyway, that's a matter. But
Okay.
yeah, that's situations you end up in all the time when you have a car.
Let's incorporate an awkward car ride into the
Yeah.
story at some point.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys do have another dynamic to your relationship, which is that you both need to get laid by the hottie at Muscle Logic.
Yes.
I mean,
What's
it taps
What is
into.
muscle logic?
I'm hoping it means that she or he, whoever we're into, is like a huge fucking CrossFitter person.
Yeah, it's either a gym or like a place like a Joe Weider, like a place to get like supplements.
Yeah, like a protein shake place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like a
right.
GNC.
GNC. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
What's
But,
the hottie at Muscle Logic's name?
Dorothea.
Dorothea, yeah.
Yeah.
How positively middle Marchian of you.
Dorothea Weber.
Weber, yeah, perfect. Dorothea.
All right.
Dory. Oh, she's so fucking hot.
And then meanwhile, Dudley Forsberg.
1994.
Can we pick out what workout Dorothea specializes in? Is it the sheer fitness step workout, the Suzanne Summers toning system, step up with LaToya Jackson, the Marky Mark workout, Denise Austin hips, thighs, and buttocks, or Raquel Welch's total beauty and fitness? All wonderful 90s programs.
I like the thighs one.
Yeah. Was that the buttocks one?
Yeah.
Denise Austin hips, thighs, and buttocks it is.
Yeah. Ladies, remember your Kegels.
She gives the demos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, she's so hot. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Dudley, I feel like Dudley and Kevin, a pretty clear relationship. But Dudley, I feel like Dudley's kind of a loser. Still, like he have no business talking up
I
a
think
storm.
we're
at
both
all.
losers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the thing, Neither
But-
one of us have any business talking to this woman at all.
Dudley hates
least
you
you're
because you
only
remind him
17.
so much of
But
him.
I'm saying, yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah, but even with Matthew and my, we haven't gotten there yet.
Well, that brings
Oh,
us to our the final leg of this relationship,
Oh.
the final hub of this. What's the actual the final spoke of this wheel is Mats Sundstrom and Dudley Forsberg have a relationship. We both work at Sam Goody. You are we didn't say you're the manager. It seems like you're not the manager. It seems like you're just like more senior, right?
Maybe an
Yeah.
assistant manager.
Assistant
Exactly,
manager.
like or I call myself the assistant manager, but I'm actually not. I'm just
You're
like
just assistant to the manager.
yeah, or like I'm maybe I'm just a regular employee, but I could be like, well, some people call me the manager. I mean, or assistant manager. It's up to you, really. But it's like
Yeah, you just
I'm-
have more seniority because you've been there for
Exactly.
like 15 years.
Yeah, because no one. Yeah, I had an actual colleague like that who said that he was like a manager, but I'm like found out like 3 years later. I'm like, no, you weren't. Thank you.
Just old.
And not only that, you've pressured me into this till tapping scheme where we knock off a little bit off the top of every cash purchase
Yeah.
for a little extra take home pay.
And if you're like a good boy, like religious, I can be like, listen, Mats, everyone does it. Everyone does it. Everyone, like this country runs on people working under the table. Don't worry about it. Like
right,
all that
great.
bullshit all the time.
I had another thought too. So since since we established that the Sunstroms are in a rivalry, like a generations old rivalry with the Larsons.
The Hatfields and McCoys of Minnesota.
Appleton.
Well, since they're so, it seems like the Larsons are riding high, and I doubt the Sunstroms are, given that their 16-year-old is now living at home with his 19-year-old pregnant wife. I wonder if I know about the framed Reagan portrait.
Oh.
Oh,
And the safe behind it. I wonder if I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
Or maybe Bridget told you about it.
There we go.
Because Bridget would know for sure.
Bridget would know for sure.
Yeah.
There we
And
go.
she's not supposed to tell people, but she told
don't
you.
tell anybody. Yeah, that's great.
All right, great.
Did he? But did he tell?
So
did he
Aiden
tell
doesn't
Dudley?
know that Mats knows.
Right.
Right.
And our relationship, Bridget and Mats' relationship shares this need of to get rich through a hard work or square deal.
Yeah.
Hard work and a square deal, but maybe only one of us thinks that, or maybe neither of us thinks that. Really, we just want to get rich and we think we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But now we know
you
about
just
this
want
possible score.
you want to justify it. Whatever you're doing, you feel you have to like morally justify it.
Yeah.
But you have to get rich.
All right. Okay. So I had a feeling this stage we would take up the bulk of the episode in this stage just because you can't stop us. So why don't we get into the actual gameplay?
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so then this is the gameplay, and like I said, the mechanics of this game are actually pretty easy to get. So what we'll do now is we basically play out scenes, and the way it works is we go around clockwise, and each character gets a scene, and any number of other characters can be in the scene with you, and also we can create NPCs and have each of us play those NPCs as well. So, for instance, if it was my turn and I said, you know what, Anna, you and I should have a scene for Mats and Bridget, like we could say, and maybe Mats' dad is there, and we could have, Ellie play Mats' dad or something. Like we can bring in everybody else to populate the rest of the scene. But we should try to make sure we're keeping all of us in the scenes at some point, but we can bring in whoever we want. So when it's your turn, you have two choices. You can either establish or resolve. So if you establish, you're setting the scene. Who's there? Where are we? What generally is happening? What's going on? Where might it look like it's going to go? And so if you choose establish, you choose that. If you choose to resolve, then the group chooses it for you. So if you're like, actually, I want to resolve this scene, then the group are like, okay, we think you're going to have a scene between, Mats and Aiden where they run into each other at school or something, whatever it is, or Mats and Kevin where they run into each other at school. So then if you choose resolve, you get to determine that scene's outcome for your character, positive or negative. So the rest of in that case, the rest of the players will establish for you, and then you'll go into the scene. And again, you can role play these scenes, which I imagine we'll do a lot of, like we'll actually talk it through. But if that's not your jam, you can just describe it like you're describing a scene in a movie, whatever you're more comfortable with. But at a certain point in the scene, it will seem clear like the scene is heading toward its end or it's going to end one way. And if you chose establish, then the rest of the group can be like, all right, this scene is going to end negatively for your character. And then you have to finish the scene with that knowledge. You'll take a negative outcome card, and that'll be that. Generally speaking, so you can either get positive or negative outcome cards, and those cards will come into play both at the halfway point of the story where things are going to get more complicated, and at the end when we find out what happens to everyone. And generally speaking, having a lot of positive or negative cards will probably mean a happier ending for your character, but if you mix them, they'll probably mean bad news. So if you choose to establish, you get more control about what's going to where the scene starts and what's going to happen. But then you lose that ability to resolve and maybe start to, have control of your character's destiny.
Okay.
I should also say there's a cool mechanic in Fiasco in the box set. This is probably new from the book, I believe, Skid. It is called the Let's Not card. So Fiasco is obviously setting the stage for you to tell stories that will go to pretty dark places. Like, maybe somebody's going to end up in a wood chipper. Who knows? But as the rules point out, you never want them to go anywhere the players don't want them to. So at any time, for any reason, anyone can say, let's not on that. And you can play the let's not card, and we all, without making a fuss, we'll just rewind, revise, and change the story a little bit. So I'm going to quote from the rulebook here. The Let's Not card is a gentle reminder to play with an open heart and a desire to make your friends look and feel awesome at the table, trusting that they will do the same for you.
Awesome.
Cool?
Cool.
Great. All right. So let's jump in. Does anyone have a really strong idea for a scene and want to go first?
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
If not, we can use a random mechanic too. That's fine too.
Let's do a random.
Yeah.
All right. Weirdly, I don't actually have any dice at my desk. Does anyone have a die nearby?
I have dice.
All right. Ellie, you assign us each number and roll a die. Roll a d6, and then tell us which one of us is going first.
Wait, what? Say that again. We roll a die to do what?
Just roll to see which one of us goes first.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Grant's a 1.
Grant's
Start
a
at
1.
Grant, and then...
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay. So
6
okay.
is the dog. The dog gets its own scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6 is the dog.
Just to be clear.
Number 3. I got 3. So that's you, Matthew.
Matthew.
Oh, it's me. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ellie, well, why don't you and I have a scene? I think I'm going to establish. I'll establish the scene.
Yep.
Let's say it's a scene. We're in Sam Goody. We're on shift together.
Yep.
And you are. Let's do the scene that establishes you roping me into your scheme. Like you started to do it before, so it seems like there's some fodder there.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like, let's see, it's during the day.
Yeah. Right. I'm teaching you the cashier how the cashier works, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've just started this job, and you're teaching me how it works. And you're about to recruit me into your scheme, and let's just see what happens there.
All right, Matt. There's a couple of things here.
What does Dudley look like again?
He has a ponytail. He's bald, but except he has just the ponytail at the end. Gray hair already. Beer keg, not beer keg. Beer
Carries a beer keg around with him.
I mean, a beer belly, a belly of beer, with a belly.
I bring the party with me.
Yeah, and he's always wearing those black T-shirts with Iron Maiden, and skeletons on him, and jeans. And he looks like descendant from Sweden.
All right. I think Mats he's 16. He's still got his braces on. He's still dealing with breakouts. So he's got a little acne, probably old backney, but you can't see that right now. And he is super tall. He's like 6'5". And
Wow.
really, really skinny.
Oh yeah.
And he thinks Dudley is really hardcore
Yeah.
and wants to impress him.
Yeah. Dudley is 5'7".
He's a real musician.
He's a real musician. He's been there. He's seen that shit.
He's
Earlier,
worked professionally.
yeah. Earlier he was showing off the solo from Hotel California or something on a guitar and the demo guitar in the in the store. Anyway, he's like,
No stairway to heaven.
So what you want to do with this cashier? And he's explaining it as if it's I don't know, a nuclear bomb. That's the level of you don't want to press this button because that will return the money instead of taking it from them. You see?
Yeah.
Try it for me.
And Mats is really nervous and he presses the wrong button.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Oh, well, okay. How about you take an earlier lunch break today?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I can learn. Wait, do you really know Iron Maiden?
Of course. Damn it, Matthew.
No Iron Maiden.
I know all of their songs.
You met them?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's really something.
Maybe
Run
Dudley was a
to-
roadie for them.
Yeah. Run to the hills. Right?
Mats has no idea. He doesn't know any Iron Maiden song, so he's just like, yeah.
So
You know, I'm a drummer. I really like. I don't know if I said you read this on my application, but I don't know if you read my application, but I'm in a band and we played a gig downstairs. You know, like about a year ago. It was it was a good gig.
Good gig.
About 4 people showed up. It was after hours, of course. But it was my wife was there. That's it was cool.
Are you married?
Oh yeah.
Huh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, no, she's great. She's great. You'll love her. I'll introduce you.
Well, yeah, okay, I don't believe in love, but that's fine. Anyway, interesting. You're a drummer, huh? So you play the damn it, the bossa nova. You know that rhythm,
Yeah, no, yeah. I definitely play the bossa nova.
right? Okay. No, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. I think we'll find a lot of common ground around here. Oh, a customer walks in. Play it cool. You got this. I want you to try it. I want you to jump into the water without swimming, knowing how to swim. It's good practice.
Who should play the customer?
Oh, hey, do you have Tragic Kingdom by No Doubt?
And Mats just looks over at Dudley.
And it's like, we do.
We do.
Oh,
It's under.
is it under T or is it under N?
It's on. No, D. Oh, right. It's under ND, actually.
Under, you have a section marked ND?
Listen, we do it our ways in this store.
Oh,
Here, I'll show you. I think I know where the No Doubt tapes are. I'll show you.
okay.
So I walk the customer over to and help him pick out the No Doubt. I guess it would be a cassette, right? No, it would probably be a CD.
No,
at
it
this
could
point.
be CD.
CD.
Yeah.
It's a CD.
Yeah.
And then I go to ring you, and then I bring you back to ring you up. Or
All right.
I'm like, Dudley here. He'll ring you up for you. Thanks for shopping with us.
Oh, you know, actually, I was gonna say this was that because Ellie said something like this. I knew some people who did a scam back in the day, and one of them worked at a clothing store, and he worked the register. And the scam they would do is they would have their friends come in and go shopping. They would just like get whatever they wanted and come up to the register, and he would look like he was ringing them up.
Yeah.
But what he was actually doing is refunding their credit card for the price of each one of these.
Yeah. That happened in a store I worked at as well.
Yeah. So
So
maybe
you-
that's
So are
what's
you Dudley's
happening.
friend?
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
and by the way, remember all of you two, Ellie, you can just like if this starts to turn, you like, oh, I can see the outcome coming for your character, or even not, you can say like, okay, you're gonna have a positive outcome or a negative outcome for Mats. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to do it now, but if
Okay. Yeah, so since I showed you before, like, don't press this button, then you see Dudley pressing that button. Like, and you know, that will be $20.
Oh, okay. That's a little pricey, but I gotta have my No Doubt.
Oh, for sure. Gwen Stefani
Oh, she's
One.
so young and beautiful.
is gorgeous.
Yes.
Never say a bad word about Gwen Stefani, Mats.
No.
Not in this
parents
store.
won't let me listen to No Doubt.
Oh, No Doubt. But you're a ska band. Oh, I mean, okay. I don't know who you are.
It's a Christian ska band.
I don't mean to get so familiar. I don't know who you are. Anyway, I just came in here to buy this amazing CD.
Yes.
Just one
My
of the
favorite band.
one of the millions of people who don't know who Matthew is, who aren't affected by his success at all.
I'm one of a cherished few.
And then Dudley will say, and also it'll be a $2 extra for the bag.
Oh, the bag charge. I heard about that. Okay.
Yep. And so, yeah, the transaction goes through. I don't know, is that do I have to do anything? Like roll an outcome for that?
No. Just do it.
Okay.
You can say whatever you say happens. So then maybe Mott's like, oh, but you, after Skid's character, he's
Yeah.
like, oh, but you press the button there.
Goodbye, pair of strangers.
Goodbye.
Come again.
Me.
No
I
doubt,
surely
man.
shall.
And then Dudley, like, probably
Vernon
visible.
No Doubtman. That's my name.
Vernon No Doubtman.
Vernon No Doubtman. That's funny. He likes No Doubt, and it's in his name.
That's why I like to keep the posters. Cut them out.
Yeah.
Dudley, it looks like you pressed the button you weren't supposed to press. But you told, I don't, what happened there?
Okay, kid, come down here for a second, because you're so tall.
I lean down.
Listen, everyone does it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But that guy, he knew me, all right? So I charged extra, and then I return it into my credit card, which I'm not sure exists yet in the 90s, now that I think about it. Does
They
it?
did have credit cards in the 90s.
Okay, cool.
You'd be shocked to learn.
Yeah.
Late 90s, they started doing them through phone to register them. This is post carbon copy, like roller thing, though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and, you know, I mean, so my senior taught me this. My assistant manager told me this, and so
You
I'm.
were the assistant manager.
Yeah, but he quit, and now I'm the assistant manager, and so I'm bringing.
okay.
You're now the one who's gonna carry the torch. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm out of here, when I'm out on the road again, traveling with Iron Maiden, you need to carry the slack around here. Okay, do you understand? Everyone does this. Okay.
Wait, but it seems kind of illegal what you're describing.
No, it's a gray zone. Honestly, it's a gray zone.
All right. I mean, like, I was just this feels like is a good moment for the group to decide if this is going to end
Yep.
positively or negatively for Mott's.
How would this work? I feel like maybe like trying to figure out the banana tactics. But like if you were to refund someone when they're coming out, would it make sense to pull cash out of the register to make up for it?
Right.
Or if you're
Or
refunding their
would you be
credit
doubling?
card.
No, because you'd be doubling it, right?
Well, we
Because
can
you're
work
already
that out.
refunding their credit card.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can
Yeah.
work out the specifics later. None of us, I don't think, have pulled a cash register scheme. So maybe we need to do a little research. We can come back on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna's
Yeah.
been conspicuously quiet about the whole cash register scheme. I don't want to blow up your spot, Anna.
I was just trying to figure out the mechanics. If this were to end negatively for Mott, does that mean like he would be pulled into the dark side?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But not get caught by the police.
No, not caught, but yeah.
Not yet.
I think that that's good. Like you realize it's like, oh, this is you see like this is wrong, but this is a means of getting me the money that I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Oh.
cool person is telling you that it's fine.
Yeah.
The missus has been talking to me about needing to earn some extra cash for our baby that's on the way. Oh, but this feels wrong. I don't think Jesus would approve of this.
Listen to me, Matt. Jesus was the biggest criminal in history of time.
What?
No, it's true. Look it up.
Look it up.
Where? I read the Bible.
The Bible.
It's right after the
Bible is a
section.
litany of Jesus' crimes.
Yeah.
Read it.
Read it.
Oh.
I mean, so he would approve.
Dudley, you've really said some things that have really shaken my worldview today. All right, I agree to participate in your scheme,
Perfect.
he says in some fashion.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Great. So I took a negative outcome card there. And now, Elliot, is your turn. Would you like to establish
shit.
or resolve?
Establish or resolve. Oh, resolve something that's going on. All right. Can I do it with anyone? Like, or does it have to be with Skid, or like
Nope.
not have to be? I would gladly leave it with Skid, but can I do like I would like to see Anna and Grant do a scene.
So that would be either Anna's turn or
Okay,
Grant's
cool.
turn.
Then I'll do a scene with Skid. Stepson and step. Yeah, how about I'm at the cafeteria at the mall, and like drinking coffee, and looking at Mrs. Muscle Logic. She might also be and I'm just looking at her, and maybe you would come by and we would have a coffee, like our weekly coffee or something that I feel like obligated to do with you.
Okay.
Or we could be, or we could do this.
Well, maybe
this,
I'm coming to like bring you a message from Mom.
Oh yeah. And I'm still married to your mom, right? That was the yeah.
Yeah. So I can come by the store.
Yeah.
So Mats could still be involved.
Yeah, that's true. And I could work on a different riff.
Maybe you've made Mats do some like completely menial task just to break his spirit, and so I'm reprice labeling all the CDs in the store.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
doing
you're
inventory.
rearranging the whole ND section in the CDs.
There we go.
Exactly.
So I'm just kind of in the background.
Yeah. And as I see you walk in,
It's mostly Savage Kingdom. We got to point that out. It's almost entirely Savage Kingdom. Their number one album, but
and
There's
as
no
Kevin,
doubt in the Nether Doors are really the only two bands in there, but very popular.
as Kevin walks in, I'm gonna groan loudly. Ugh. All right, Kevin. Hey, Mats. This is my stepson, Kevin.
Oh, I know Kevin. We have class together.
Oh, hey, Mats, good to see you.
Good to see you, Kevin.
Hey, did you get the assignment about the plants?
Oh yeah, it's you know that plant. Those plants are just way above my head.
I know, I can teach you. I know a lot about plants.
Would
But,
you?
no, I don't. What?
Oh no, that would be neat.
Oh, sure. Yeah, do you want to hang out? You know? Oh, I can't though. I can't hang out because Aiden's give me a ride home, you know. So,
Aiden Larson.
Aiden Larson, you know, he's the coolest guy in the world, you know.
Oh yeah,
So cool.
yeah, he's definitely cool. That car he's
Drives
got.
an IROC.
Yeah. It's a car. That's a
know.
car, all right.
It's a beauty, eh?
And you can tell Mats is like he suddenly feels very, very emasculated, and he's like, well, good to see you. Good to see you, Kevin. I gotta go do.
Okay.
I gotta.
Okay. And Kevin is like wearing a fleeced jean jacket with red flannel underneath it and like a toque with a puffball on it. And you can just see in a Sailor Moon t-shirt poking up from underneath it. Dudley, Mom says that she wants you to be home by 8 because we're supposed to have dinner together.
Today again. I was there 2 days ago, having dinner with you.
I know, she said because you didn't come home at all last night that you should come home tonight.
Listen, I'm trying to make money. Okay, I'm trying to make money for our family. But fine. Yes, of course, I'll be there for
I
dinner.
understand, but she says because Sam Goodies closes at 7:30, so she asked me what you could be doing all night and not come home and be making money at Sam Goodies.
I'm working on my career, man. I'm working on my outside career. I'm working on my music. And you,
Kevin, did you know Dudley's a famous musician? He knows the Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I heard that one. Tell me another one that I don't know.
Mats is crushed again.
Listen, why can't you be more
Did he
like
tell
that
you
guy?
about the time that Screamin' Jay Hawkins threw up all over his back?
Screamin' Jay Hawkins threw up all over your back?
Yeah, what did you tell him about that one, Dudley?
Listen, that was a mistake. Everyone's been there at one point in their lives. You two would know if you lived my cool life, then you would know that this will happen eventually. Anyway, what was your name again, Kevin?
What was your name?
Your stepson name?
What was your name again, comma, Kevin?
Kevin, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Lundquist. Not
Yeah.
Kevin Wright.
No, listen. Of course I will be home for dinner. Ugh. Damn, your mom.
But Dudley, I thought you said you had an appointment at the Muscle Logic tonight.
And Kevin's eyes go wide, and he like slaps his hands over his mouth. And it's probably, you could see Muscle Logic like across the way. It's like across the gap at the mall. And he just he looks over at Dorothea working the register.
Like I pulled my knee the other day, and the nice lady over there helps me correct it with physical therapy.
Which one? Yay.
I think her name is Doris, maybe? Doris?
And he starts having a panic attack, and he pulls an inhaler out from his jean jacket.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Fucking snorkel coming out again.
Kevin, you okay over there?
Yeah, no, hey, Dudley, if she specializes in thighs and glutes, so you really shouldn't be bothering her about something about your knee,
I know she specializes in glutes.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe you should go to a doctor or the hospital or something and not maybe bother, someone who just is trying to get through her day and, not maybe just, go to the doctor.
I mean, she's been helping me a lot. She's been helping me real good. She has, yeah.
We want to jump in here and pick an outcome for these guys?
Yeah.
Or really an outcome for Ellie's character, for Dudley.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the stakes, Skid's character set the stakes here that maybe Dudley's wife, Kevin's mom, is not so happy with his, so maybe it's something around that. I don't know, but we can pick if it's going to end positively for Dudley or negatively.
Yeah, I think it would end negatively. I would love to see Dudley's wife / Kevin's mom show up at a certain point. Maybe show up at the mall. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe word gets around. Maybe Dudley's approaches to Dorothea have been a little too conspicuous, and word has gotten around town at the local hot dish swap.
So maybe this scene ends positively then for Dudley, because if he's gonna be stepping out with Dorothea, then
That's a positive. That's a positive for sure. But the negative repercussion, of course, being getting caught.
yeah.
But
Right.
The appointment frees up because Dudley's caught, and then Kevin gets to have the appointment with Dorothea, get some quality alone time with her that he always
Also an
dreamed
option.
of.
That would be a negative outcome for Dudley.
Yes.
oh yeah, I like
And
that.
it's kind of like that scene at the end of, gosh, why am I blanking on the movie?
Burn after reading?
No, it's not a Coen Brothers or similar film. In the Sandlot at the end, where where the kid pretends to drown in order to kiss his future wife. Kevin. It's not going to end up like that, but it's like I feel for Kevin. I want him to be able to spend time with Dorothea.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so we think it ends negatively for Dudley. He gets okay. Well, so Ellie, I'm going to deal
Maybe
you.
mom shows up. Maybe she just shows up at the end of the shift.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe let's.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Anna, and maybe Anna, do you want to play mom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Dudley.
Hello, wife.
I've prepared dinner for you at 7, which was 30 minutes ago. I thought you were coming home.
Well, I'm on my way. Jesus.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This
You are.
is Spanish Inquisition right here. I'm on my way. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're always at Sam Goodies. Is this where we are right now?
Yes.
Are we at? Okay. Good. You're always at Sam Goodies. I mean. Oh, hi, Kevin.
Oh, hi, Mom. No, Dudley said he can't come home because he's got to go have a physical appointment with the lady across the way.
What? Dudley? What is
Yes.
this?
You know my knee injury. I've been telling you about it for several years.
Yeah, and I had no idea you were in physical therapy.
Yes, then now you know. I didn't want to worry you. I know you want your man strong and powerful.
I do want my man strong and also back home for dinner.
That's fair. Fine. But I can't let the poor attractive person.
Poor man.
The poor man.
I'm sorry. Which man are you talking about?
It doesn't matter who. It's
Okay.
just that I did make an appointment with that person over there.
Okay, Dudley, this is enough. You are coming home.
Okay.
Okay, you are coming home.
Fine. But what should I tell them? Like, should I tell them
Who's them?
the person I don't want to let go? And maybe you
Okay,
see.
Kevin, you're always running around doing errands for everyone. Just go tell the woman or them. Tell the person that Dudley is unavailable today.
Maybe Grant can play Dorothea.
What kind of personality do you think Dorothea has? You got to give me a little bit more to go on. She's athletic. She's sporty. Oh, she does butts and thighs workouts all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe like a Jane Fonda type.
She's a real go-getter, and maybe she's so positive and bubbly all the time. She doesn't even understand that you're coming on to her. Like none of this.
yes.
It all goes over her head. So
Yeah, because he's so below her league anyway. So she's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah.
you see this beautiful woman in a leotard and
Well,
leggings.
hang on.
Okay.
Like this sounds like this could be Skid's scene in the night.
Oh,
like,
okay,
this could
okay.
be,
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
so
Fine.
Yeah, so it ends. This ends negatively for Dudley.
Fine, wife. What was your name again, wife? Did we have a one?
We didn't name. We
We
didn't
didn't
name
name
her.
her.
Mrs. Forsberg.
Fiona Forsberg.
Fiona
Alright.
Forsberg.
Fiona Forsberg.
Fiona. I'll go
Nate-
with
Nate
you.
Yes,
Lundquist.
Dudley.
You don't. There's never a need for you to come down, babe. Listen. There's no need
Oh,
to
I
come
hate
ever
it
come
when you
down.
bathe me. Yes.
All right, but honey, pumpkin pie. It's no need to come down to the mall. You can trust me. Don't worry about it. And he takes his coat and goes out with you, and puts a hand around your shoulder, and then looks at Kevin. Gives Kevin the filthiest look for being able to go and hang out with Dorothea.
All right.
All right.
So Skid, is now your turn. Do you want to establish a resolve?
Oh, don't worry, Mom. I'll go tell her that he can't make it, and he just goes running across to the muscle logic. But the minute he steps through the door, he loses his nerve. So he runs over there, and then he just like slows to a stroll the minute he crosses the threshold. And he just starts browsing through the muscle powder.
underneath you, by the way. so you might want to take a step back because I think people might have not heard you under the hot rats that happened. I apologize.
It's okay. It's all right. That's probably what's playing there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, so he just like screeches to a halt, and he just you can't look at her, and he pretends to be browsing through the muscle milk containers, looking. He just keeps like flashing glances at her, and he, after like 5 minutes, he finally kind of like maneuvers his way over to the cash register.
And I think you see Dorothea wearing a form-fitting orange polo that is the Muscle Logic calling card, and you can see her name tag right next to her collar. And she has her hair back in a ponytail, and she's beautiful, and in great shape. You can kind of see how vascular her arms are. There are like veins popping out of her arms.
Yeah. Huge hair.
Huge,
perfect.
beautiful, poofed out hair. And she
Firm.
says, "Oh, hun, Kevin, what are you doing over there? Do you need any help with anything?"
And he, like, the minute she says his name, like, his heart seizes up. And he's just like, he kind of like goes over and like leans on the counter and he's like, "Did you ever hear of this movie's called Evangelion?" And, and he just starts hyperventilating. And he's like fumbling for his inhaler, but he can't grab it. And he like flails with his arm and it smashes like all these male enhancement supplements on the counter, like all over the floor. And he clutches at his chest and he falls to the ground, like foam coming out of his mouth.
"Oh, for Pete's sake!" And then Dorothea leaps over the counter of the register and knocks it to the ground as she goes and dives for his inhaler, slides to her knees with the inhaler in one hand, puts his fragile young back in his other hand, and just shoves the inhaler down his throat and goes, "Wake up! No, Kevin, no! Not inside of the muscle logic! I gotta clean up after this!"
And as soon as that vapor hits his lungs, he like opens his eyes wide and he sees her beautiful face over him. And he just kind of slowly raises like the Undertaker right before the end of a wrestling match.
Wow.
And
Are you okay? She asks as
And
he
it's-
raises.
and it's all like in slow motion to him, and you hear the strains of Styx's Lady playing over everything. And he's entranced. He's just like looking into this beautiful face, and he's just lost in another world of beauty.
Oh,
I kind of want this to end positively for Kevin.
Yeah.
I do too.
All right, Skid. It's gonna end positively for you.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I think at that point, she says, "Hey, Kevin, do you happen to know where your stepdad is? I think he booked some physical therapy. I've been waiting on him."
Yeah, he said he couldn't make it because he had to go home for dinner.
Well, you know, the slot's already paid for on his credit card. You know, I gotta do physical therapy on someone now. So I could really work on your shoulders. You
She's
look-
actually doing physical therapy on him. She wasn't lying.
She wasn't lying. It's
I
all
also
true.
like that. I also like that physical therapy. He's like, well, I gotta. It's already paid for. You know, I gotta work on somebody.
Gotta do it.
I gotta give physical therapy to somebody.
I
or else get
believe-
knocked.
A Minnesota dollar is a Minnesota dollar earned. There's no such thing as a stolen dollar in Minnesota. So, you know, you look tense. Your shoulders could certainly use some work. And the way you fell there, I'd love to get some work on your calves.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
That sounds all right to me.
come back here. Do you like music? We could put on some music. And I have this aromatherapy thing. I'll put in some lavender. It's nice.
Okay, do you have the soundtrack to Evangelion?
Is that Matz's Christian ska band's record, Evangelion?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
It is also that.
And you hear a four to the floor ska beat and like a trombone coming. As just like this oblivious woman, very well-meaning, has no idea that Kevin has a crush on her, just continues to do just really lovely, non-sexual, but very
down.
nice to Kevin, just a rub down of his shoulders and legs.
And he's just in heaven as this is happening, listening to Christian ska.
I could
right.
listen to Evangelion again.
Oh, I know. They're so wonderful.
And she's okay. Now it's time for the scalp massage.
Oh, okay. Whatever you.
All right.
It is a very positive ending.
From there, we fade out, and let's meet Aiden Larson. Grant, you want to establish or resolve?
So we can establish a scene, and I think it's going to be. This is just going to be for the folks currently in our Skype chat because I haven't cleared the rights to this T-top white IROC Z with burgundy interior.
That's cool.
You see this
that is
thing
a cool car.
in the dead of winter with the T-top down, and you see sticking out of the top of it an enormous head of someone who looks a lot like Minnesota Vikings and Denver Broncos great Gary Zimmerman. He has a look on his face of just kind of confusion, but not like he wants to figure out what's happening. It's just a constant state he's in.
A look of satisfied confusion.
Confusion, and he currently has up to his lips a pair of tweezers that's holding the end of a marijuana roach. And that's why the T-top's off in the middle of winter, because he's just taken a couple tokes off of it. He's nursing the end of that. And you see in the passenger seat of his IROC as it pulls into the Poppleton Center Mall, a beautiful Yorkshire Terrier. And it is just totally pampered. It has its own little bowl of water and food with him, and he pulls up to the parking lot of the mall, and he wants to head into there was a jewelry store on this board at a certain point, but that's not there anymore, right?
It's not, but it could still be a thing.
Could still be a thing.
He wants to head into the jewelry store because he thinks that he can purchase something to get Anna back. And he's wearing a high visibility orange hunting jacket. The back of his IROC has a gun rack on it, by the way. It doesn't make any sense.
God.
But it has a large hunting rifle.
Jesus.
And he's wearing a Vikings beanie with a little poof ball on the end of it. And he's just walking into the mall, headed to the jewelry store. And you see he pulls out a backpack that he puts on his shoulder, and it's unzipped a little bit. And you just see like like a stack of $100 bills. And based off of what you know, he may have fished around a little bit behind the portrait of Reagan to get this. These are ill-begotten gains.
Oh, wow.
In an effort to get back the love of his life.
So Aiden is also ripping off ripping off his parents, ripping off someone. In this case, his parents.
Yeah.
Right through the dark side.
And yeah, I'm not sure who he would run into at this point. I kind of want to see it. I'm not sure if there's a reason. I don't know how much to establish a scene as far as another character being there.
You should set up the scene too. So I mean, like it can just if that's what you want your scene to be, just buying something at the jewelry store, that can be it too. But if you want to have an interaction, you should set that up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to set up an interaction with Bridget eventually.
Why don't you say you could? Well,
I'll set that the scene. You see him purchasing like a really tacky looking K jewelry, like forget-me-not necklace with like sapphires and a mismatched like topaz. Like it's these two really ugly colors that you only see like people with, not the best taste in jewelry wearing. But he gets it, he throws it in the bag, and he says, "See ya," and that's his scene. And then he tries to high-five the cashier at the jewelry store, and his massive 295-pound frame just like terrifies them.
So, do we want this scene to end positively for Aiden or negatively? Remember, I should also tell you all, we only get 10 scenes in the first half. So every person gets 2 scenes total.
Right.
That they get a positive or negative outcome on.
Okay.
This is probably
positive.
Positive, yeah.
Yeah, he gets the jewelry.
He gets the jewelry. He ripped off his parents. All right.
Yeah. He ripped off his parents. He didn't get caught. He got the jewelry.
He points at Dorothea, who is also played by me. They make eye contact. Long, serious, sexual eye contact. They begin making out in the middle of the mall. Their clothes are torn off
Over Kevin.
thrown into the
Kevin's physical therapy session gets interrupted.
Yeah. He's oblivious.
Yep.
All right. Anna, do you want to establish or resolve?
I think I will establish. I think Bridget is interior mall. I think Bridget is running into the Sam Goodies. Mott is still sorting out the ND row, and Bridget comes in, and she's totally exasperated. Is that the word? Exasperated. And then she's like had enough of Mott's mom at home because they live with his parents.
Oh, nightmare.
And Bridget is like, Mott, I can't take your mom anymore.
What? I'm sorry. Hi, Bridget. It's good to see you. I was missing you today all day at school.
Sure. Listen. I know we're trying to earn an honest living.
And Mats tries to like rub your belly, but it's really awkward, and it's like he's just so gangly and terrible.
Yeah, Mats, don't do that when your coworker's watching. He's weird. I don't want you doing that in front of your coworker.
Yeah.
Oh
Mats
yeah, sorry.
Standing in the corner looking.
What? What about who's Dudley?
Oh, Dudley, my coworker. He knows Iron Maiden.
Okay.
Hey, lady.
Hi. Listen.
This is my wife. Isn't she
okay,
beautiful?
Mats. Thank you, Mats. Can we talk in private for a second? What comes before ND? The MD row. Can you come over here for a second?
Step into my office.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Don't worry, guys.
I love it. I love it when you do that. Listen, when are we gonna move out of your parents' house?
Well, I know it's not. I know it's a tough situation, Bridget, but I just don't have the cash right now to get us a place. And what with you not working and all, I don't know how we're gonna put some money together.
Well, you're always here at Sam Goodies, and I also have an idea of where I possibly could get money, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you mean, but I don't think. No, I don't know what you mean, but I don't think Jesus is going to approve of it.
Well, listen, Mats, I'm a little bit sick of all this Jesus talk. I would. Bridget 316 says, "Let's get the hell out of your parents' house."
She's a wrestling fan.
Well, all right. Well, what's your idea? I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I'm working as many shifts at Sam Goody as I can get, but I got to go to school and do homework. And I was thinking I might want to join the hockey team and all.
I knew it was a mistake to marry a 16-year-old. Listen. You didn't hear this from me, but I know where Aiden's family hides money.
The Larsons?
The Larsons.
Well,
and
what are you saying, Bridget?
Baby, I'm saying what I can do is seduce Aiden. You know I have no more feelings for him.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
I have no feelings for him. I only love you, babe.
You tell me after every time you have sex with him.
You tell me that every time after you pick up the dog.
Yes. Exactly. Every time I pick up Smulan, I remind you that I have no feelings for Aiden. I'm only in it for the money. You understand?
None at all.
Okay. So we only have two choices. You either figure out how to make more money, or I'm gonna have to do some bad things in your God's eyes because I need to move out of your parents' house.
Are you saying you would charge him to have the sex?
No, that's not. Yeah, sure. Are you okay with that?
No.
Okay. You're not. Okay, then that's not an option. I was just wondering if that was an option.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
Yes.
How much?
How much you talking?
Well, I would say, like, I'm in my mind, I'm trying to picture, like, the thing, how Jesus would approve of that versus some other stuff, and that's definitely worse in Jesus's eyes. though he does forgive everyone. It's very complicated. I'm not
But
quite...
it's for your Mats. It's for your baby.
For my baby.
Or I think it's your baby.
Wait. Wait, what? All right.
It's for our family.
Do you guys... So it feels like we should resolve this for Anna.
Negatively.
Negative.
Yeah.
Negatively for Bridget.
Negatively for Bridget.
So
Yeah.
Well, I was also thinking we could end it positively for Bridget and like they could start to hatch a scheme to steal the
Oh,
money.
actually, yeah. Because I was
Yeah,
thinking
I
like
like
you
that.
would freak out that it's like, wait, what? It's not my baby.
yeah.
But yeah, you can just kind of like push that aside.
Let's do
push that
that.
aside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry. I didn't say anything about the baby. It's yours. Listen. Listen, Mats. I love you,
Parenthetically,
baby.
it's yours.
Baby, I love you, and I want to move out of your house, of your parents' house, before you graduate high school. Okay?
It's a good goal.
It's a really good goal. So, let's
go
do
on.
this. You and I are on the same team, right?
Same team.
Yeah, and we
I'm the
hate
left wing, you're the right wing.
Sure, and we both hate the Larsons. Yes.
Oh, I mean, I don't hate anyone.
Well, hate is a strong word.
Hate
but
is a strong word, but that Aiden Larson, he just rubs my marbles.
yeah. See, and we have to do this in the Sundstrom's honor. Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna stand up against the Larsons.
yeah.
Yeah.
How are we doing this?
I know where the money is. But you didn't hear that from me.
Oh, you want to rob the Larsons?
You said that, I didn't.
Oh, I did.
Sure.
Oh, I did. Oh,
Oh, Mats.
what am I becoming?
You're naughty.
No, naughty?
Yeah, let's
Am
do
I?
that. Yeah. That's a great idea. Let's do that.
I think I know. I think I know a guy who can help us with this plan.
You do?
And then Mats just turns and looks over at Dudley.
Oh no.
Oh, that
And
guy.
we'll see you next week.
Oh, man. I'm so excited.
Never
it's
forget
so
Bridget 316.
Bridget 316.
For the Book of Bridget.
She rips open a Miller Lite and
Good
throws it.
night. Good night.
night.
Oh, so excited.